Okay, so before coming to class today, I stepped on the scale and weighed myself. My weight was the same as yesterday, 115 pounds. You may ask what the relevance of my weight is to what I'm going to be talking to you about today. But I want you to use my weight as a reference point to understand the cause of this young whale's death. According to Scott Artis, scientists uncovered close to 4 times my weight, 450 pounds of plastic, in the digestive tract of this 2-year-old whale who died just north of the San Francisco Bay Area. But 450 pounds is a lot of plastic. But One Green Planet says that it's not just whales, it's all other sea life as well. Like the sea turtle on the left and the seabird on the right, and you can note all the plastics in the digestive tract. And it's all because of the irresponsible act of humans. So I believe that it's time to realize that instead of being careless in what we're throwing away, we should be caring for the world and the nature around us. We need help to solve this problem of littering and waste that's ending up in our oceans. I will first explain to you what the problem is, and then later on let you know how you can get involved and help out. But first, let's understand the extent of the problem we have. So, littering is just the act of throwing something on the ground instead of disposing it properly. And many of us don't like to admit it, but we've all done it one time in our lives. According to surveys done by Statistics Brain, 75% of individuals have admitted to litter in the past 5 years. And so why does this affect us? It affects the aesthetic appeal of where we live and where we work. It affects the morale of the people around us in our neighborhoods. It causes health issues. It affects property values, and it is extremely costly to clean, about $11.5 billion a year. Despite it being illegal, people continue to litter all the time. And it's become a serious problem in the United States because it's tarnishing the image of our country as well as significantly damaging our environment. According to the book Garbology, Edward Humes noted that Americans make up 5% of the world population, yet they produce 25% of the world waste. This disturbing ratio is due to the rise of consumerism in America, starting from the invention of styrofoam in 1944, going on to the invention of the plastic-lined paper cup in 1950, later on to the plastic plate in 1957, the plastic bag in 1960, and lastly, the plastic Coke bottles in 1964. Americans have fallen in love with everything that's plastic. We've become a society that's relying on disposable plastic products, and plastic waste is what's most dangerous to our society today. And just to put things into perspective, according to the book Garbology as well, in 1960, less than 0.5% of plastic waste was, less than 0.5% of our waste was plastic waste. But that later changed by 2013 and it increased to 12.8% according to the Environmental Protection Agency. The problem with plastics is that it's non-degradable. You can't decompose it and it's not absorbable either. Despite recycling and waste that's going through our landfills, the statistics are quite alarming. 70,000 tons of plastic waste go into our ocean every single year, according to the Smithsonian Tween Tribune. And it's created the Great Pacific Garbage Patch, as you can see here. There is the Western Patch and the Eastern Patch. And according to the National Geographic, it is areas or islands just of plastic containers floating around in the middle of our ocean, and no one even knows about it. Contaminating our oceans is harmful to sea life, but also to humankind. Let's look at the benefits the ocean provides us and how this can affect us in the near future. So 70% of oxygen is produced on Earth is from marine plants. 97% of our water supply is contained in the ocean. And 30% of carbon emissions produced by humans are absorbed by the ocean. That is why we must take care of our oceans, because otherwise it can endanger the health of humans. Where cardboard takes 2 weeks to degrade in water, plastic takes 400 years. So just imagine when a fish is eating that plastic with all the various chemicals going inside of its body, including petroleum, it's affecting its digestive tract as well as affecting us later on because we're eating that. So next time you go into a sushi restaurant, don't expect the fish to be as healthy as you think it is. So what have been some solutions to date? Recycling is a primary solution we have right now. And according to the Environmental Protection Agency, we generate 254 million tons of waste every year. Yet 34% of that is recycled. And only 3% of plastics are recycled, which is a very low percentage. Given the low recycling rates for plastics, governments have taken drastic measures to help reduce plastic use. LA Times confirms that San Francisco was the first city to pass a law banning the use of plastic bags. And last year, with the passage of Prop 67, California became the first state to ban single-use plastic bags. Some jurisdictions are trying out new ways to help reduce plastic waste, like banning plastic bottles, beverage bottles that we use all the time. As you can see, like right here, we all have like 6 already. And unless we take drastic measures like these, our waste is just going to have a significant problem. So let's recap. We know that 75% of people litter in public places. We know that we produce a great amount of trash and waste. We know that plastic waste is the greatest problem we have right now. And we also know that recycling only plays a limited role in addressing all the damage that's being done to our oceans. And we also learned that unless we take a step or an action, the production of waste will only increase and have a great impact on our lives. So next, the question becomes, what can you do to help? So what can you do? The first step, individually, would be to not litter. Don't be a litter bug and help keep our community clean. The next thing you can do is, if you see plastic containers on the ground or beverage bottles, or even if it's fast food waste, just pick it up and throw it in the designated trash bin. This will not only help keep your community clean, but it will encourage others to do so as well. Next, you can make a difference and donate. Donate to either Keep America Beautiful at kaab.org/donate, or you can donate to Heal the Bay at healthebay.org/take-part. Or lastly, you can join me on April 15 in Santa Monica for a beach cleanup day. We're blessed to live in a country as beautiful as the United States of America. From the lowest point in Death Valley to the highest peak of Mount McKinley, our beautiful landscape spreads across from the rocky coastline of Maine to the Great Plains of Kansas and onto the sunny beaches of California. Our landscape provides us an incredible environment for our nature to flourish and for us as citizens to enjoy a healthy life. I feel like we've all lost sight of how beautiful our country is and how precious our resources really are. We've neglected our environment and forgotten about all responsibilities for the next generations to come. That is why I need your help to reverse this pattern. I need your help to make a difference and impact people's lives. That is why I look forward to seeing you all on April 15th in Santa Monica for the beach cleanup day. Make sure to tell your friends because everyone's welcome to participate as well. But if you're unable to make it, donating also helps. The smallest amount can help make a difference. Together, let's clean up our environment and let's beautify our nation. Because by doing all of this, we will collectively be taking a step in the right direction. And let's make America